Hello, it's John, Vintage Fisherman. Don't have any reels to take apart right now. I was out of town this following weekend. I actually went to Florida but did not get to fish. I was in Juno Beach, Jupiter, for my son's wedding. And so I had to fly down. It's a 15-hour drive from where I live here in the mountains. So I wasn't here for the weekend to start tearing any reels down, doing videos. So I thought I would do a video on my favorite ultralight setups, the ones that I fish with the most. And this is my number one go-to, believe it or not. This is a Penn 420 SS on a TFO trout panfish. I think it's a 6'6". Yeah, it's 6'6". 6'6" is my favorite length rod for creek and river. Of course, you know I love the 7/16s. There's a couple. There's one on a Moonshine Rambler that I use some. There's a couple of spares. And we go down through the line here. Some of these are not being used. There's a Shimano. Don't use it a lot. I think it's a Shimano. Yes. A 4300 SS. These aren't on rods. So 430 SS, another 430 SS. Some of these are a little bit more beat up than others. There's a Garcia. That would be a 9800. That's a nice little reel. It's made in Japan. It's not a French-made reel. Here's a Damn Quick Microlight. Very nice, very nice. It's actually, that's one I fish with a lot. I just don't have it on a rod right now. Daiwa GS10X. That's a great little reel. It's a 3-ball bearing reel. Garcia Mitchell 308. That's a nice one. The 408s are a little bit more my favorite. This doesn't have a line on it right now. I'm not sure why, but it's a 2052. I've got some of these, all these reels I'm showing you here, I've got some in my collection that are still in the box, brand new. Here's another Shimano. This is a Fast Cast X15. Sorry, you're not in frame. I don't fish with a lot. But let's see what I've got here. Those are some more modern stuff. Here's some that I hope I don't have my feet in that damn video. But here's another one of my favorite rods. This is also a TFO. This is a 6 foot. And this has got an old beat up 7/16 that I actually put the gold handle and spool on because I couldn't find at the time. And it's just a great combo. And this is probably one that goes with me more than any other rod that I own. Let's just go down the line here. This is, I think this is a 4300 SS on a Dobbins Sierra. Great little rod and reel combo. That's more of my light bass setup. Let's see what I got here. Sorry for showing everybody my socks. At least they ain't dirty. This is a 4200 SS on a Okuma Celilo. Probably my third most used rod here. I think this one's a 6 foot. Yeah, it's 6 foot. Yeah, hard to get to come into frame there. Like I said, most of these are vintage. Here's another vintage one. This is a 7/16Z on a Wright & McGill Eagle Claw Featherlight. Man, that's a great little creek setup. And I've caught a lot of fish on that over the years. It's one of my favorite ones. Yeah. Get it in a holder right here. There's another 7/16 that I do occasionally use. And it's also on a Eagle Claw. It's a Wright & McGill Featherlight. That's actually a Power Light, I'm sorry. And that's a 7/16 greenie with the gold spool and gold handles. I think that greenie with the gold just looks freaking fantastic. I do those reels. I modify those reels to look like that. This is my pond rod. So I can cast long distance. It's a 4300 SS on a Okuma Celilo I got it set up for trout right now, and I think it's a 7'6". Yes, it's a 7'6". And I do use this one quite a bit on the pond where I am a member. A couple of these are my girlfriend's rods, so we'll skip those. We're talking about mine today. Here is, this is a 430 SS on a, St. Croix. Yeah, St. Croix panfish. Beautiful setup. You can see I got a Joe's fly on there. I use it on the pond for trout also. A couple of these rods don't have reels on them because the reels are sitting over there. So we'll skip them. Here's a Daiwa, one of my mini Silver Series. This is a 500 maybe? No, this is a 70. I put this one on there and haven't fished with it yet. But it's on another Okuma Salili. I really like that Okuma rod. For a cheaper rod, if you break it, it's not the end of the damn world. You know, it's not a high dollar rod. Let's see what I got here. Oh, we're stuck. Another Okuma. This is like a 5 foot with a, this is a Daiwa Seiko. This is one of the old Daiwa ultralights, 600 size. That's a great reel. That reel is so freaking smooth. Made in Japan. And I do use this. You can see what I got on there. It's for creek fish. That's my creek rod. One of my favorite creek rods. Never get any twist or anything with that rod and reel. It's just a good little setup. Another Daiwa. Oh, I already showed you that Daiwa. Never mind. I'm getting out of order. Another Daiwa. This is a 1000 size, so it's like your medium light. Or maybe an ultralight, and the other one's a microlight. And I got this on an Eagle HMG. Love these rods. Really, really super rods for the money. $50 or whatever at Sportsman's. You can't beat them. I think that one's like that's a 5'5", 5'6", I mean. Just going down the line here, we got here is a Daiwa 500C. That is your micro light. I've got the wrap for the spool is bigger than what the spool is. I use women's hair ties to wrap my spools. That's on the Shakespeare Micro Series. I use this on creeks. It's a little small rod, like a 5 foot rod. Going right along here. They're going to get a little harder for me to pull out, so be patient with me. This is a Shimano on an HMG. And that is a Shimano TX 500 FA. That's a nice little reel. It's really smooth. The next one is not a vintage reel, so I'm not going to bother to show that one. I think I use it for bass some. Let's see if I can sneak a couple of them out here. Here is, oh boy, it's going to be tough. These back ones are, it's a little bit harder to get them out of here. Have to feed them through. This is one of my Garcia Cardinals, and this is one of my creek setups. I did a video with this reel and rod not too awful long ago, back in the fall, and I caught a pretty decent red-eye bass on this. I don't care for the Shakespeare microlights sometimes. It depends on the lure. But this little reel is a fantastic reel. The 752s, they're hard to beat. And instead of feeding these things back in there, I'm going to try to sit them down. Hopefully they won't all fall down on me. They probably will. Next in line is, this is my 408. You talk about a super reel. They don't get any better than this. Actually, that's another 308. Wonder where my 408 is. But anyway, that's another 308 on a Wright McGill Featherlight. I don't have a clue where my 408 went to. Oh, it's in my collection downstairs. I kind of retired it a little bit this year. Here is a I want to say it's a 2052 on a Shimano, modern Shimano rod. 2052. My wife that passed away a little over a year ago loved this rod and reel, and she caught a lot of nice bass on it. And I haven't been fishing with it. I really haven't decided what, if I'm going to retire it completely or go out and catch a bass in her memory with it. Here is. We're really getting tangled up now. This should be another 716Z on a Fenwick HMG, an Eagle. Love that. That's another really nice little creek rod. I do carry that one quite a bit. And let's see, what have I got left over here? Here is a 430 SS. It doesn't have a label on it, but it's a 430. And it's on a loose speed stick ultralight. And I've got braid on this one, so I don't use it a whole lot. I'm not a braid fisherman. But certain situations, I will fish braid. And it's on a 6-foot rod. I can't think if I may have gone through all. If I pull this next one out and I've already talked about it, well, I'm just old and forgetful. So let's see here what it is. No, I have not talked about this one. This actually might tie for my favorite reel and rod combo. This is a 4200 SS. Beautiful reel. And it's on a 13-5. Golly, I have caught so many bass on this rod and reel. So I'm going to probably say this is probably my tied for number one with that TFO over there in the 716. Or actually that was a 430 SS. But yeah, this is a really nice lightweight combo. Fish with it all day and you don't get tired. And it works for creek or river or pond. It's just like one of those combos that you can't go wrong with. But those are some of my ultralights. Well, that's all my ultralights, except for what's in my collection downstairs. That's all the rods. I do have, I've got a couple more of those 13 Fishing Defy rods coming because I like them so much. I wanted to get a couple extras in case I break that. That's the only one I have. And I found some the exact same model, same thing. So I went ahead and placed the order, and that'll give me a couple extras sitting around. Maybe I can stick a couple of these lonely reels over here on them. And that's my freshwater stuff, and then over here you get into the saltwater. This is my pier cart. This is not even a third of my saltwater. This is probably not even a fifth of my saltwater. But I've got there's a lot of ambassadors sitting there. I use pin. My fighting reels are right there. Pin. They're both internationals. I kingfish off the end, so I have a anchor rod and fighting rod set up. 2 rods set up. Pin trolley rigs, whatever. And over there is some more fighting rods. Those are all fighting rods or anchor rods. I've got that many extra. They've all got real. They're either Shimano or Pin. I've got a lot of extra stuff. So this is none of my surf gear. This is just pure king gear. I've got pure bottom rig fishing gear on another cart. I've got surf gear on another cart. I can change my truck out for whatever kind of fishing I'm going to do pretty quick. So anyway, I just thought I'd go over some gear with you since I didn't really have any fishing reel repair content this week. Thought I'd share some of my goodies with you. Some of my favorites, A lot of memories on some of these reels. Some of these reels I've literally had since I was a kid. Literally had them since I was a kid. And that's pretty damn special. A lot of people can't say that. So anyway, this is John, Vintage Fisherman. I hope you enjoyed my little 15-minute trip around one of my fishing rooms in the house. I have 3. What I'm going to do with all this stuff when I downsize, I have no idea, but we're figuring it out. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Sorry I don't have any fishing content or reel repair content, but hang on. the season's getting started around here. We're just now, the water temperatures are hitting good for the bass, and the creeks are starting to unmuddy a little bit from all the runoff and just nasty weather we have usually in February, March. And I'm about ready to wet a line and catch a nice bass or two. And there'll be fishing content. So hang in there. Don't give up on me. It's John, Vintage Fisherman. Please like and subscribe. Talk to you later.